Okay, how would you like to read a story that's a combination of Beastars,
Yes.
Inuyasha,
Yes.
but with insects? So, I am in the process of creating my manga slash comic slash webtoon, and today I'd like to talk a bit about the inspiration behind the story. So, first of all, Beastars. I found this piece absolutely fascinating. Beastars is about herbivores and carnivores living together, going to school together, forming a society. And they're all essentially like humanoid animals, and they all retain animal traits, which made it interesting and novel. But they combined it with very human troubles, which to me made it very relatable. And all in all, it's like a fascinating new world. But at the same time, what I loved about it is that, like, they're all real, based on real animals, and it's like they're all around us. And I got so invested in like the human side of it, but with animal twists. Like, oh, I just loved it, and I think it was very, very well executed. Um, yeah, all in all, it's kind of something that made me think, wow, I would want to make something like this one day too. I mean, it would be great if I could. So my next inspiration is Inuyasha. And this is such a classic. I think I don't even need to talk about it. Everybody probably knows about it already. Um, from Inuyasha, what I really like, what I would like to implement in my stuff moving forward is the adventure and journey aspect of it. I love how like the kind of structure of it I think is wonderful. I love how the crew there is like one there is one main crew with a set of characters who are in every episode, and then they go around traveling and exploring in this world, and they meet new people, and essentially the story is like there's one overarching main story, but what really moves the whole thing forward is like they're meeting different characters and interacting and everything, and I think this is from a creator's standpoint, this is also a great thing to do because it gives a lot of flexibility to the story. And what I mean by this is, since the story's length is basically based on how many characters, they interact with, well, basically, then what I would have the flexibility, to like if it's going very well, I could just extend the story, and if it isn't really going too well, then I could, for example, cut it a bit short. So I kind of like this idea. And the third thing that I was really inspired by were nature documentaries. What? Yes. I was the kind of kid who grew up not allowed to watch Tom and Jerry, but informative series were okay, and I loved them. To this day, I watch a lot of documentaries, and I like reading up on animals and such. And I think it's just great. I love it when there's a lot of like information in a series. I mean, fantasy is great as well, but informative series are also kind of cool, and I haven't really seen a lot of them. So maybe that's something that I would like to try when writing my own story. And finally, here are my reasons. Like, here's what I want to kind of add to everything above. Here's my twist on the story. Basically, insects. So, kind of like Beastars, where they're humanoid and everything, but with insects. Here's why. Because I think animals have really been overdone. I think they have been done too many times before. It would be kind of hard to come up with something that's very original and very novel, Of course I love it, but I think for my stuff I want it to be a little bit different than the others. I want it to stand out more. And I definitely have not seen anything quite like this. I mean, there were a few like insect appearances and stuff that I know, but I mean, if you know something that it has been done before, please do inform me because I think this is pretty original and I'm pretty happy about it. So, And yeah, the thing is, I'm actually not especially into insects, but I did some reading, and wow, they do have pretty fascinating life cycles. And I think I have enough inspiration for kind of a great story. However, I will need to do a lot of research to get it right. So that's basically all I wanted to say for the inspiration uh, video. And I hope you look forward to this as much as I do. And see you in the next video.